This video is about gender ideology and properties of cancer. Starting with its definition. So all of us knows that cancer is disease which grows in our body uncontrollably, that is without any control and following proper regulation. So because of that nature, it can easily spread to all other parts of our body. So cancer can you can find your cancer at anywhere in your body, so which is made up of trillions of cells. So as you all know that cancer is also called as neoplasm or tumor. These are the two important alternative terms which can express the cancer. So they are nothing but a group of cells which can appear in the form of lump. So even though they form as a group of cell, but its distribution is in a diffuse pattern only. So in earlier century, Hippocrates. So I believe all of you were aware of Hippocrates, who was popularly called as father of medicine, who coined the term carcinomas. So carcinomas is called as cancer, which means cancer. So following to the Hippocrates, the Roman physician CELS in the BC of 25 to 50 AD, he was the one who translate the Greek term into cancer, which means crab. Why crab? Crab, you just remember the structure of crab. Okay, you just imagine the structure of crab. So it just consists of many finger-like projection, isn't it? So like that, the cancer cell is also made up of many finger-like projections, which reminds us about the structure of crab. So he translated the cancer Greek term into a cancer. So the study about cancer is called as oncology, and who is the specialist who was experts in the field of cancer, or popularly called as oncologist. Next, we are moving on to difference between normal cell and the cancer cell. How you can differentiate your normal cell with your cancer cell. The first and foremost difference is your growth. That is, in the sense of growth, the normal cells will undergo a controlled pattern of the growth, whereas the cancer cell doesn't follow any regulations or doesn't control their cell division. Because of that uncontrolled cell division, cancer cells formed in the groups, that is the mass of cells will be increased. Next, normal cells undergoes apoptosis. Apoptosis in the sense it's called as the programmed cell death, which is popularly called as programmed cell death. So whenever cell need to repair their mechanism, or that whenever the cell doesn't found to repair it, so at that time the cell performed a programmed cell death, so which is called as apoptosis, in order to repair its mechanism. So that kind of properties cannot be seen in case of cancer cell. Okay, so the next is your contact inhibition. Contact inhibition, so the normal cells is naturally has contact inhibition in their properties. Okay, so whereas that contact inhibition is totally lost in case of cancer cell. So there are many varying properties which can easily differentiate, which help us to easily differentiate our normal cells to the cancer cell. So whereas the normal cell consists of organized arrangement of cellular organelles, whereas the cancer cell doesn't have any such organized arrangement, because it follows an uncontrolled pattern of cell division. So totally the normal cell is differ from the cancer cell in many aspects. Okay. So in the next session, we are going to see about properties of cancer cell. So first and foremost property is immortalization. So what does mean by immortalization? Naturally, the normal cell, okay, in our body, after performing its targeted function, it will mortalized, that is it will ends in fatal. But whereas cancer cell doesn't undergo any mortalization, it remains immortal in nature. So next is your contact inhibition. So as I explained earlier, so contact inhibition is this another important property of cancer. So it lost its contact inhibition because as the cancer cell doesn't have adhesive nature. Okay, adhesive in the sense it remains unsticky in nature. So unlike your normal cell, the cancer cell remains unsticky so that it cannot contact with the adjacent cells, normal cells. So next is your reduced cellular adhesion. So it just relates your to your second property. So since it doesn't have any adhesive nature, it has reduced cellular adhesive so that it can't able to stick to the adjacent cell. Next is their invasiveness. So all these properties were interrelated to each other. So invasiveness is nothing but, so since the cancer cell follows an unregulated pattern of cell division, so it can't able to invasive the adjacent cell. Next is the failure to differentiate. So unlike your normal cell, we can't able to differentiate the cellular organizations of your cancer cell. Auto-stimulation of cell division. So auto-stimulation in the sense our cancer cell depends upon growth factors, okay, which are synthesized by our normal cell. So it can during the cell division, that is a normal cell division. When a normal cell undergoes cell division, it needs many growth factors to get to undergo cell division to go from one phase to another phase. So like that whatever the growth factors which are synthesized by our normal cell can be utilized by our cancer cell for its further growth. Okay. Next is apoptosis. So as I explained earlier, apoptosis is nothing but a programmed cell death, right? So in case of any repair mechanism, in case cell needs to repair it, the normal cell can perform programmed cell death, whereas a cancer cell doesn't cannot perform any such type of cell death. That is a programmed cell death. Okay, so that is the main property of the cancer cell. So last one is density dependent inhibition. So density dependent inhibition means since the cancer cell undergoes uncontrolled cell division. So uncontrolled cell division in the sense it doesn't follow any proper regulation. Okay. So as it doesn't follow any proper regulation or it doesn't have any control in its cell division, its size, that is the mass of cells, may be increased. So as a result, the density of the cell will also increase. So it is a density dependent inhibition property. So thank you.